Wait, what do you mean they got loose?
They got loose.
When you didn't come back, we had Old Man Boggs
I
No,
watching
don't
us.
even know what we're
no,
talking about.
And now your sister is
no,
missing
no.
too.
You need to get the
Shut up,
menagerie
you
back
whore. We
before
were supposed to pick some juppies from
before the
whoever she had to
Kaltorian
return.
gets in the lake.
Who's upset that you were allowed to go to
What the
Meridon?
hell
She
happened
said
off
she wanted to
screen?
go on an adventure too.
Oh no,
You
it's
didn't
one
She wanted to
dumbass.
go off into Shadow Glen
A
with us.
dumbass decided to let my
You
menagerie of
must be
pets
proud.
loose by
please,
accident.
Tor. It's getting late, and if she's lost and out
Yeah, we should
alone after
probably handle
dark,
that.
who knows what could happen to her?
Anyway, time to go find our sister that went missing in a dark, dangerous forest that even Tor himself doesn't want to go into. Need I remind you, his sister is 6. Yeah, boy! I hope you're ready to fight some mutated plants.
Always.
This part is something else. On the bright side, after this,
Uh-huh.
I think the start of next part, we are officially a squire and we can actually start squire training.
Yeah,
Yay!
Squire. Hooray.
Yeah. And by squire training, I mean the game properly tells us how to properly use the 3-hit combo that Tor has, and we also have to do chores around the castle. Like clearing out the sewer. Gonna be honest, out of all the games to have a sewer level, or even a sewer area, Neopets was not one of
Well,
them.
at least the swamp isn't poisonous.
Eh? This isn't a swamp, by the way. Like, we actually go to a swamp later on in the game. This is technically a forest. I say technically a forest. This is a forest. What?
Tiki Skibbles.
I don't even.
Huh?
The moon is watching.
Oh.
The, the moon is watching us?
Yes.
Well, tell them they're a pervert. And close the blinds already.
Yeah, tell the blinds to tell the moon that he's a pervert.
That makes no sense.
You make no sense!
I'll tell Khonshu.
Who's Khonshu?
The moon.
The moon! God, I wish I had something to talk about this part.
I don't know. We can make fun of Glitch for a while.
Yeah, let's do that. Glitch
Mm,
is an asshole.
And
Uh,
his fur is scratchy.
How dare you?
Hey, you started it.
I said I was
Well,
an
I
ass.
do have. Well, I could just give a which one of the various shampoos that I use on my menagerie because there there are some more canid species that I have made sure have like down soft fur.
What, you got fur softener for me and Glitchy? Hmm?
Yes.
Yay. I like to be fluffy.
That would require me to hop in the shower, and I'm not going to do that anytime soon. I'm not saying you need to use a water spell on me. I'm just saying like not during recording.
Use a
Right.
water
I
spell
don't
on him anyway.
Yeah, use
use
a
the water
water.
spell on
Yeah,
Rumpy. Got
yeah,
it.
use a water spell on him.
I meant you.
He doesn't have to shoot you now.
Too late. I already pulled up my spell book. Enjoy,
Oh no.
Rumpy.
Wait, what? So is this supposed to happen or wait, do I have time to get my snorkel? Oh wait, do I even have my snorkel? Did I ever leave my snorkel with us? I feel like I left it. Did I leave it at the beach or not?
Hmm.
Uh, I love we had to re-record this part because me and Rumpy were the guys originally who recorded it originally. And I said, let's re-record it because we didn't have anything to say the first time. We still have nothing to fucking say.
Yeah.
Could be worse. It could be Garfield. I mean, that was a fun playthrough, but it's like, man, I love that we set a standard early on for playthroughs we should strive never to try to do again.
Check.
Tune in a month or so from now when I end up doing the sequel to that game.
Check. Check. Check.
Oh no.
I mean, what was the sequel to that? I think that the sequel is like Lasagna World Tour, and it's at least more interesting. But it's like,
We seem to be in the Mana Dead Zone. I apologize.
and the what?
It happens every now and again that ostensibly magic just turns off for a couple hours.
Those are definitely words that came out of your mouth.
You were murdered by a plant.
Yep.
Well, that's a new low.
It also isn't the first time this playthrough. Because I think all the way back in part 1 I got murdered by a plant.
Yep.
Like, this game is much harder starting out, especially if you don't know how to properly do the 3-hit combo.
Yeah. I'll be right back.
This game starting out is much harder than it should be. Which is funny because it feels like pretty much every Neopets game is harder than it should be starting out. Because I was recording the PSP game for review, and it's just like I end up recording for a good hour or so, and most of that recording is just me dying. shit, we have an announcement for the next Knives Out movie.
Neat.
Ever seen any of those?
I have not yet.
I'm kind of sad that because I watched the first two with my parents and we really liked them. We had to actually buy a copy of the first one because we wanted to get we were real interested in Glass Onion, but we didn't want to watch it because we hadn't seen Knives Out yet. Glass Onion was on Netflix, and this new one is also going to be on Netflix. To my knowledge, at that time when Glass Onion was out, they didn't have the first movie on Netflix, so they just had the sequel. We ended up having to buy the first movie so that we could watch both. And I think that's the only real annoying part was having to buy one because Netflix didn't have the other, didn't have it.
Hmm.
But they're really fun. You have Daniel Craig basically doing his best Hercule Poirot impression.
Huh, neat.
I'm back.
Well, I say Hercule Poirot, like his
Where'd you go, Brian? You had to feed the dogs or something?
I can barely hear Rumpy.
Can you hear me now?
Rumpy, stop hitting your mic.
Oh.
Rumpy,
Oh.
don't make me get the spray ball. Can't think of something. It anyway, but it's funny to me because I really can't think of something. Knives Out, it to me is the closest to a modern day Hercule Poirot story. So something like Murder on the Orient Express or Death on the Nile, except set in a more modern time period. Daniel Craig also just puts on a southern accent, and it is just funny to hear it because it's not even a bad accent. It's just kind of this British man is trying to sound like a American Southerner. But they're fun mystery films.
Hi, Sadie.
Oh, Bion has puppy.
He's
Oh,
a
there's
doggy.
Maggie and Suki as well.
Auto puppies.
Doggy.
Now,
Oh,
Sadie, you may not have my Jack in the Box.
no.
Huh? Did someone say Jack in the Box?
Rumpy, you
Mhm.
can't have his Jack in the Box either.
Oh, but I live in a place that doesn't have it. What am I supposed to do?
Florida doesn't have Jack in the Box?
No, it does not. I checked.
Huh.
I have no Jack in the Box. And I'm way too far from a Whataburger. What am I supposed to do?
I mean, at least you have Whataburger. Even if it's far away, you still have it in the state.
It's like 4 hours. I gotta go all the way to the Panhandle for it.
Yeah, but you still have it.
That's true. But it's still far.
Yeah, it's more of a you have Whataburger if it's a special occasion in Florida.
Yeah.
Go to KFC.
Yeah, we got a couple of those.
Can't remember what I was saying. I was saying something about the Knives Out series. Glass Onion, I love. It just like One of the last shots in Glass Onion is just the Mona Lisa on fire.
Hmm.
While the song Mona Lisa is playing. It's a long story, and I don't want to really spoil anything past that. I just like it. There's a lot of it. There's a lot of fun stuff that happens. You also have I think Chris Evans in the first one is one of the MCU Chris's.
Which Chris? We've got too many.
It's either Chris Evans or Chris Pine. And I can't remember which one. I know it's not. I know it's not Pratt.
Wait, did Chris Pine even star in an MCU movie yet, or no? I forget. I know he was in a DC feature, but I don't think.
Hang on.
Yeah, we
So,
probably should go.
so I saw something that bothered me today,
What?
at least in gaming terms. So
Uh,
Assassin's Creed Shadows, it has like a legacy for like all of the different assassins that are important to the French, that are important to the storyline.
Oh, that actually
You want
sounds
to
kind of
take a
cool.
guess? Yeah, if
How
anything
how how did how
pre-modern
did how did
Ubisoft was missing,
yeah? I was gonna say it's like so. How did Ubisoft fuck it up? Because this is Ubisoft we're talking about.
basically none of the Assassin's Creed characters that are Flag and Prior are even featured. Like not even Unity.
Hang on, who was
Like all they
the assassin in Black Flag? I can't remember his name.
Edward Kenway.
Mm. So they don't have.
Ezio Auditore de Firenze. No.
That feels like I'm upset they don't have. I'm upset they don't have Edward because Black Flag is just generally one of the best games in the franchise. But not having Ezio feels worse. You don't have the guy who after even after the games he was the main assassin in is still considered the face of the fucking series in a we're bringing back legacy characters thing.
Just not even really as basically like these are the important assassins for the story of Assassin's Creed, and Ezio is missing. Not even playable. It's just a side mode, meaning if you're not looking for it, you wouldn't know it existed.
That's ugh. It really does feel like every decision they've made with Assassin's Creed Shadows has been the wrong one. And to be fair, I'm not saying that Assassin's Creed Shadows looks like a bad game. It's just when you end up making an Assassin's Creed game that takes place in Japan and pissing off the entire Japanese country, or the entire country of Japan, I should say. Let me phrase this in the right way. You know you fucked up already. But on top of that,
It very much seems like they wanted a black character in this game, so they picked the one black samurai that ever existed.
which could have worked, but it's like, again, it's like every decision they made with Shadows seemed to be the wrong one. And it's worse because Ubisoft is at a point where they can't really afford to fuck up the amount of times they fucked up. They couldn't afford it with Skull and Bones, and I'm still surprised that they survived that. And it saddens me even more because I'm almost certain Ubisoft in a couple of years is not going to be a thing anymore with how fucking stupid they've been. Also, here's what is basically the first boss of the game. It is an uninteresting Venus flytrap-esque monster. Anyway, going back to the Assassin's Creed topic, because it's more interesting. Like, I like this fight, but it's the Assassin's Creed topic is a little more interesting. Plus, we fight this thing later, and I can actually talk about the boss then. But yeah, like, Ubisoft just does not seem to know what the fuck they're doing. Because every decision they've made, I want to say since maybe 2015-ish, has just been fucking stupid. And I remember when Michel Ancel, the guy who made Rayman and Beyond Good and Evil, left the company, there were, like, allegedly he left the company because there were allegations of sexual harassment towards him. I don't know if that was ever true or not, but I remember seeing somewhere that apparently that was actually just Ubisoft covering up their own incompetence, and more, he just left because the game he was working on, which was the long-awaited sequel to Beyond Good and Evil, was taking too long, and the people at Ubisoft genuinely did not know how to make a game that wasn't the same typical Ubisoft open world game. And the more I see Ubisoft fuck up with more and more games that they've released, I'm starting to believe that that might actually be true. Like, less the whole thing with Michel Ancel and more Ubisoft genuinely doesn't know how to make a game that's not a big open world slog.
Yeah, because all of their games nowadays feel the fucking same.
Well, and it saddens me even more because they have the rights to stuff like Prince of Persia and Rayman and every Tom Clancy game. Like, even if you're, like, people have been wanting a new Splinter Cell for years, and it's like, I don't want a new Splinter Cell anymore because I'm
I just
sure
want another game in
Ubisoft
the
will fuck it.
genre because they've made it. They basically made it apparent that that genre is dead because nobody wants to actually do stealth shit anymore.
Which isn't true because we have, like, Metal Gear is supposed to be making a comeback this year, and I'm really looking forward to the Metal Gear Delta, like the Metal Gear 3 remake. Like, gonna be honest, even if that game sucks, I'm probably gonna buy it anyway because I'm a huge Metal Gear fan. But it looks fucking good. That, and they're actually bringing back the Ape Escape mode that the HD versions of Metal Gear Solid 3 didn't have. But it's like, I am even more scared because there's rumors that Ubisoft is planning to do like a big AAA Rayman game, and it's like, they're gonna fuck it up. I have no faith in Ubisoft anymore that they're gonna make a decent game. The last, and I want to say this, the last game I played from Ubisoft that I genuinely enjoyed was a game that came out fairly recently, and that was Prince of Persia Lost Crown, which was a Prince of Persia Metroidvania. And it was a genuinely damn good game. But it's like, why has this turned into the exception with Ubisoft as opposed to the rule? Because back in the 2000s and the 2010s, Ubisoft knew what the fuck they were doing. And then something must have happened. Like, I'm almost certain, and this is not to say that Assassin's Creed is a terrible series. I think Assassin's Creed actually ruined Ubisoft.
Hmm.
Because after it became as popular as it is, and with how big an open world a lot of the Assassin's Creeds were, I genuinely think Ubisoft saw how successful Assassin's Creed is, and made that, and ended up saying, "Fuck it, we're just going to do this from now on," and it really hurt them. Anyway, this Ubisoft rant. That's the end of the parts. We'll see you guys next time. I keep forgetting how long I have the Neopets parts because
Take care.